Hiya, how's it going? It's Chris Graham here for We Love Betting, and it's time for Polish football. I do this every week. I look at the Extra Klasa. It's a league that's very much close to my heart, especially at the moment when things are going quite well. 1 out of 2 at the weekend, but a big bet on Korona Kielce on Saturday, which I hope I communicated quite clearly on Twitter. And then again last night, I backed them at 3-1 to win at home, and they won again. Both times winning in the last minute. Now that's very, very special when that happens. So I'm due a bit of bad luck, but hopefully it won't come this weekend. 2 games I want to talk to you about. Bookmakers haven't really priced up this weekend yet. It's a bit raw because there's games taking place midweek as well, so it's a wee bit raw, but there's a couple that have went up with prices, very much guide prices at the moment, so you could probably find better prices than I'm talking about at the moment. But anyway, straight on with it. First game 1, it's Widzew Łódź against Śląsk Wrocław at the weekend. Bottom Widzew Łódź against 12th Śląsk Wrocław, but you know, I've opposed Śląsk Wrocław quite a lot this season, and that has proved to be the correct move. They've let down their backers at short prices a lot of times this season, and the old adage that I keep reeling out, oppose Śląsk Wrocław against smaller sides and back them when they come up against the bigger sides, and that's that mantra has done me a lot of favours this particular season, and last season. They've lost to both promoted sides, for example, so you know they're up against the bottom side here, and I've got to take them on. No 1 in 4, and down in 12th in the table. There's all sorts of financial problems that have been hanging around the club all season, and I even had a rumour that they were getting investigated for something against financial fair play as well. So all sorts of rumours, all sorts of bad vibes about the club at the moment. But crikey almighty, how can you possibly back the bottom side, Chris? Widzew Łódź? How can you back the bottom side? Well, let me explain myself, please. Alright, they've not won away from home for over a year, as we discussed last week, but their home form is a lot better. 4 wins at home this season. They're pretty much near enough mid-table in the home table, so they're much improved on home turf. Look at their last 2 home fixtures: a 2-1 win over top 5 side Pogoń Szczecin, which tells you all you need to know really, and last time a stubborn 1-0 defeat against the best side in Poland, Legia Warsaw. So for me, enough evidence there for me for wanting to get involved with Widzew Łódź at home. That is a crucial thing. I never back them away from, never ever would back them away from home, but on home turf they're a far better side. And at 2-1, and pretty much 2-1 at the moment, it could get a lot bigger because, like I say, most of the bookmakers you get to come up with prices, so you might even get 9-4, even 5-2 at home. I just have to back that without any doubt. Home to Śląsk Wrocław. That's a game on Saturday. Another game, not a selection because it really is depending on the price this one, and it's the game between Ruch and Górnik. I think Górnik have really lost a lot of impetus since they've lost their manager Adam Nawalka. He left the club and has gone to take the Polish national job, and it really has had an effect. I think they lost to Piast on Sunday. Struggled to get past Widzew Łódź, who have just beat Widzew Łódź, of course, were away then. Struggled to beat them at home earlier this week, and I think they've gone off the boil here. And if you can get around 74 in Rook at home, I believe they're around 11-8 at the moment. If you can get 74, get involved. That's what I'll say. But my other selection, and I'll be backing it definitely, and that is a game on, I think, Saturday night between Lechia Dansk and Legia Warsaw. It's the 8th of December, which is on Sunday, I beg your pardon, Sunday. All about Legia here. Well, it's about both actually. I'm always looking to oppose Lechia Dansk at the moment. I've been saying that for the last 6 weeks. Backed them to get relegated 19-1. They're still in the mix. Always happy to oppose them against good sides, and Legia Warsaw for me are a good side. It was all about the price here, and the price is tasty enough for me to get involved. 11th against 1st in the table. Let's start with Lechia. 2 wins in 14, 3 defeats in the last 5 defeats in the last 9. Legia, on the other hand, are they having a great season? No, really, but they're getting the job done, and that's what counts. They're getting the job done. They've been top of the table all season, and they're just ramming their way to another extra class of title. The Europa League's been a disaster. I think they've lost every single game they've played in the group stages, and that's obviously been a distraction, sapping away their confidence. But that, of course, comes to an end next week. And I think if you look at the domestic form, 4 wins from the last 5, 3 points clear at the top of the table. Okay, had that inexplicable loss to Pobeskidze last week, but Pod are a fighting side, a lot of spirit about that side. I think they'll stay up again, Pobeskidze, and I wasn't massively surprised to see that scoreline at the weekend. I think it's also worth pointing out Legia Dansk haven't won at home since early August as well. So basically what I'm trying to say is Legia Warsaw, for me, it's a great bet. They're away from home, but I think at the moment they're even money. You might be able to get 11 to 10, 5 to 4 when these other firms come up with prices, and that just has to be backed for me, definitely. A far better side than Legia Dansk, and I think they're good enough to beat them away from home on Sunday. So my 2 bets this weekend, I'm backing Widzew Łódź at around 2 to 1, 94 5 to 2 at home against Śląsk Wrocław. And I'm backing Legia Warsaw, definitely even money. Maybe you get 11 to 10, 5 to 4 away to Legia Dansk on Sunday. But keep an eye on those prices, keep an eye on Oddschecker, because of course the rest of the bookmakers will come up with their prices later in the week. See you later.